later tonight, I'm gonna be doing the David Goggins 4x4x48 challenge. That means I'll be running 4 miles every 4 hours over the period of 48 hours. Now, if you're familiar with David Goggins, that level of absurdity doesn't surprise you. He's a motivational speaker, but he's also considered one of the toughest people on the planet. He's completed US Navy SEAL training, Army Ranger School, and has become an elite endurance athlete. But he wasn't always like that. In interviews, he talks about the different hardships he's faced growing up and how weak he felt. And one day he decided to change his mindset and stop feeling sorry for himself. And now his thing is about strengthening the mind or callousing the mind. This way you can handle whatever life can throw at you. And he achieves this by doing things that are difficult or hard and suffering through them. Now, I know I could use that level of grit in my life, and developing it in this type of way with this particular challenge is why I'm participating tonight.
I'm spending money like I just got paid. $100 bills, tell them keep the change.
Okay, so we are about an hour away from the start of the challenge. Everyone's meant to start together at 8 p.m. Pacific, so for me it is 11 p.m. Thankfully this weekend is not rainy, but it is a bit chillier than ideal. Right now outside it is about 32 degrees, but the big problem right this second is that it's quite windy out there, so it's going to be super annoying in certain directions, and obviously it's going to feel a lot colder. I also want to give a bit of background on my running ability just for a bit of context. I would say I'm a bit above average of a regular person in terms of running ability. I try to run a few miles every day, don't always get there, but my comfortable pace for a longer run is probably anywhere between 8 minutes and 8:45 per mile. I ran a half marathon in 2019. I had aspirations for longer distances, but I didn't really take the steps necessary to get there. But today, today and tomorrow, over the next 48 hours, we are gonna get to 48 miles.
Move the way I do. I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good, good.
Oh, let me turn this off. Oh, goodness, sorry. Okay, run, number 1 of the books. Running at a 7:36 pace. I think it was the excitement. Obviously, it's the first one. Most likely, I'm going to bet all the money I have, that is going to be the fastest pace I take any bit of 4 miles. Alright, got a little more than 3 hours to rest, get some sleep. I'm sure this next run at 3 a.m. I'll have no problem taking it easy. It is just before 3 a.m. This sucks. I was only able to fall asleep for about an hour and a half by the time I got tired.
Why I move the way I do. I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good, good, good.
Alright, run number 2 finished. Ran it at an 8:47 pace, a lot slower. I think I'm really paying for it from the first one being so fast. So I'm hoping to bring that down for the next one at 7 a.m. But I'm gonna try to get as much sleep as I can before then, because I am dying. Now it is just before 7 a.m. 7 a.m. right now, actually. I am very stoked that it's daylight. And I'm hoping it's a nice, revitalizing energy going forward. I did manage to get a decent amount of sleep in that little break, 2.5 hours. All right, run number 3, let's go. Sun does feel better. Run number 3 done. 8:23 pace. Successful goal to beat 3 a.m.'s time, or 3 a.m.'s pace at least. Daylight's nice. I am tired. Alright, we are at a park now for run number 4. Today also coincides with Pokemon Go Community Day. So I'm gonna take advantage of going out and catching things during this Pokemon Go event during the hours that I'm supposed to be running anyway. It'll be nice to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's colder out here now though, jeez. Run number 4 done, 8:48 pace. Definitely feeling the fatigue in my legs, and I hope you can hear me. It is windy out here. Apologies. So we're driving back to the park now. It was a good spot. Figured I'd run there again. I think now I'm less and less worried about my time as I run. 16 miles is the farthest I've ever run in like a 24-hour period. And so every step from here on out is uncharted territory. And I'm not sure how my body's gonna react. And right now I'm really concentrating on getting to the end and finishing.
No limits, no ceiling, no ground.
This is unbelievable. It's like flaring a bit out here. I thought we were done with potential snow. Run number 5 done. Ran it at a 8:59 pace, and I am starting to get tired. The goal is to stay below 9 or 10 minutes. Well, I don't think we're gonna get there by the end of this all. This is no joke. Okay, run number 6 finished. Being halfway through feels really good, but at the same time very exhausting. Did that one at a 9:31 pace, I think it was. So obviously we're really slowing down. We'll probably be up in the like 9.5 to like 10, 11 minutes for the rest of the time, but that's okay.
All right, a few minutes from the first run of the second half. My body is really starting to feel stiff, but we persevere. Oh, jeez.
Okay, run number 7 finished. Was going at a 9:36 pace, which feels about right. I don't know if I could really go any faster at this point. Like, my knees are shot. Thankfully I don't have any other like weird ailments. I've realized throughout the day I haven't really been hydrating as well as I probably should have. And even though it's cold outside, I am losing a lot of water. So I'm gonna do that, go to sleep, get ready for the next one.
It's just before 3 a.m. This run seems to come very quickly. I'm not gonna miss waking up at this hour for this run.
So, I'm surprised it actually never happened yet, but my watch has failed to record that run properly. I did see the timer before it went to 0, and it said like 39, like 16. So I'll just take that distance, that's because the same run as earlier, and I'll just add that time in. Back to sleep. Run number 9 finished. 10:24 pace. Obviously we're getting very tired. We pretty much had to crawl now. Almost there.
All right, heading out for run number 10. It's good that there's only 3 left. It feels very attainable at this point. I'm just gonna take it real slow.
Run number 10 finished. Took this one at a 9:45 pace. It's encouraging to know that I still have some gas left in the tank to go a little bit faster, because this was faster than this morning's run. Okay, 2 more left to go.
Getting ready to go on the second to last run. And it's super exciting that we're almost finished here and that the sun's still shining.
But I want to take a second and really appreciate how difficult this entire thing has been and how well I've committed to it. There are several times, especially this morning, where I just felt absolutely awful. Still half asleep, just started running outside. And this is, once again, the farthest distance I've ever ran in this period of time. It's an absurd thing. All right, run number 11, finished. Ran this one at 8:53 pace. Stoked that it's much faster than the last couple have been. I spent the most recent break not really napping, just stretching, eating, kind of just refueled. I'm hoping this next one is also just as good, so I can feel good about how we finish. Alright, so this is the last 4-miler for this 4x4x48. I'm super excited. It's a lot colder than it was earlier today, so that moderately sucks, but what else is new with this? And I'm feeling a tiny bit nervous, actually, that it's over. But I know for a fact I'll be happy. I'm gonna try to take this not super easy, but not try to kill myself, because I still have to go to work tomorrow and walk around probably. Alright, here we go. Woo! Done. Oh no, dropped all my stuff. Run number 12, 8:53:49. I forget exactly off the top of my head already. 8:49, let's call it 49. 49 pace. 4x4x48 challenge complete. Hey everyone, I wanted to take some time and film this outro to this 4x4x48 challenge video. We're about 2 full days removed from the end of the run. Surprisingly, my legs don't hurt as much as I expected them to. In 2019, I ran a half marathon, and for the entire rest of the week, anything involving my legs, getting out of bed, sitting down, getting up from sitting, navigating stairs, that was such a painful process. But this time around, even running the equivalent of almost 2 marathons in 2 days, granted with some rest in between, I have a bit of muscle soreness, and I have this weird hitch in my knee, but it's something I'm somewhat familiar with. It kind of goes away after a while. But nothing super debilitating at this particular point. I actually tried to run tonight, but my right knee was not cooperating. It was a bit of a painful process, and I figured I'd give it, another day to rest up before I try to get a proper 4-mile run in again. Overall, I say the challenge went pretty well for me in terms of what I wanted to get out of it. This was certainly one of the most difficult things I had ever done, and it was difficult in the sense that it was just me doing it for myself, and at any point I could have given up and there was no consequences. I could have just ended this video, never told anyone about it, and that would have been it, and it would have been fine. And I almost did that at the 3 a.m. run on the second day. It was so much effort for me to get out of bed and actually get out there, and it was really cold, and my body was really sore, and I had every excuse in the world to give up and stop and not go back out. But the fact that I forced myself to go because I actually committed to something and I was willing to suffer through it was great, in my opinion. I know the more I do things that are difficult, I know that I'll have more willpower in those moments when life is tough or life throws an obstacle in front of me and between where I am and what I want to get or where I want to be. And I know I'm be able to push through that if I continue to train myself to do things that are difficult. Obviously, this is a level of extreme, but I do think it has some benefit for me. And for me specifically, I know things like this help me out a lot. I know that running is one of the things that keeps me balanced and in a good mood. And so doing something like this and combining it with developing some sort of personal grit and determination through this suffering process of the last 48 hours is something that I'm going to take away from this particular challenge. Anyway, I brought some statistics because I figured that would be at least interesting for some people if they're curious of how it actually went for me. Okay, so I recorded everything from the 12 runs on the Strava app from my Apple Watch, and then imported all that data in my phone, put it in a spreadsheet. Yeah, you get it. So all my runs were a little more than 4 miles, just to make sure that I did get through the 4. So overall, I ran a total distance of 48.34 miles with a total time of, 7 hours, 19 minutes, and 41 seconds for an overall average pace of 9:06 per mile. If anyone's curious about my different splits, 4-mile splits, my fastest one was, no surprise, the very first one I did, and to be honest, I probably went a little too fast with it. Took that at a 7:32 pace. My slowest one was the Sunday morning at 7 a.m., which I took at a 10:24 pace. But notably, after that 10:24 pace, I started getting faster again, getting down to 9:44 pace, 8:52, and then my last run was an 8:48 pace. I don't know if I'm ever going to do something like this again. This is really painful, and it's definitely something that I perhaps aspire to in terms of running greater distances, but I know it's something I'm definitely gonna have to work up to so I'm not in such a pained state as I'm getting to it. Okay, if you made it all the way to the end of the video here, I just want to say thank you for watching all the way through. I hope this was moderately entertaining or informative or insightful into the absurdity that is the 4x4x48 challenge. Hope this year to make more videos, so I appreciate you checking this one out. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one.